Hello, my wonderful people, my viewers and my subscribers all over the world. Good morning. This very Wednesday morning, being the 28th day of December in the year 2022. In case this is your first time of hearing my voice and you want to know who is on the line, I am Ogute Daily Talk, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about the things of life, about what is happening within and outside the country, or within and outside the area of your jurisdiction. In case you are not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we go live or post something new on this channel or any other channel related to Ogute Daily Talk. I still remain your one and only, your loved one, your most loved, despite the fact that people are criticizing me and discouraging me, but I will not stop what I'm doing because I'll keep on doing it because this is a thing that gives me joy. Not minding the views or the subscribers, but I have to do it because it makes me very happy when I bring to the doorsteps of every my viewers and subscribers the good news or the controversial news or anyone you may call it. But if I still remain, I must bring something to the table for my fans. Outrage as bandits rape pregnant women or pregnant woman during an attack on Niger community. This is getting out of hand. It's part of the place that they said, oh, we have defeated bandits, we have defeated Boko Harams. They keep on attacking people on daily basis. They keep on putting pressures in people's lives in their own land. Imagine in southern Kaduna what happened after mass burial of 38 people. It's not up to 24 hours the bandits struck again. Where that one there's no life lost, but they also kidnapped. Yesterday they struck again in that same southern Kaduna and kidnapped about 45 people, 53 and 7 escaped. Then they have 45 in captives. They killed 2. What is happening in this country? Nigeria is gradually turning to Afghanistan, and if Africa is not taking, these bandits might invade our federal capital territory one day and take over Asorok. As the leaders, they don't want to do anything concerning this issue. When they pursue them from east, they will go to west. When they pursue them from west, they will go to north. They pursue them from north, they will go to south. Can there be an authentic and solution to this very problem that is ravaging the Nigerian nation? All the leaders there, they don't care about the state of Nigeria, and they will not be giving the president exactly what is happening. That is the problem. They will be the one to read the newspaper and explain to the president. They will be the one to go to social media and explain to the president. All these things, the president is not aware. In my own understanding, he is not aware. Who is going to call the attention of the president in what is happening in the country? Who? Because all these people, they have in one way or the other been given contracts in all these things to make sure that all this nonsense stop in this country. But they have diverted the whole funds to their own public or private use. And that is why whatever that's happening in the country, they don't care. Any small thing, they will jump to the private jet and zoom off of the country and leave the gullibles, that the poor ones, to be suffering all these attacks. And the poor ones are the one at the helm of all this particular thing. They are the one that is suffering the most attacks. All the rich ones or the government officials, they have used security and stopped themselves up to the neck. Even when they go to pee, security must follow them. They are sleeping, security will surround them. That is how far Nigeria have gotten. And still, they are not doing anything about it. Let us go instead into the state of the news to know exactly how these people get the mind to rape a pregnant woman while in operation. They will never succeed in this operation they go. For doing this, for perpetrating this very act. They will never go scot-free. Even if nobody catch them, but God will catch them. The Daredevil bandits have reportedly raped raped a pregnant woman during an attack on Dankuduna village in Shiroro local government area of Niger State. According to the spokesperson of the Coalition of Shiroro Youth Association, Salis Sabo, the woman was raped when the bandits stormed the village on Wednesday, December 21 of 2022. What an irony. What about the pain that the woman will be going through? A pregnant woman raped by a bandit. It's too much. The woman was raped on Friday, this December, in a chat with a cable. Sabo said the resident, who had earlier fled to the community, returned to carry their harvested farm produce after failing to pay tax to bandits. He said the bandits attacked the villagers when they heard of their return to the village, adding that the pregnant woman could not run from the attackers because of her condition. Sabo added that she was raped in the process by gunmen and was taken to a hospital in a Zumba town for medical attention. He said it was a Dankuduna village under Galkogo ward that was attacked. The incident happened on Wednesday. The residents had earlier fled the village but returned because of the harvest. Unfortunately, they attacked them when they heard they returned to the village. Have you seen it? People who run away from their village, who run away from their ancestral land, and we have governors in those areas. The time of harvest, they return to harvest their farm produce, and they who tell what do they call it? The bandit that these people have returned. Something that is smelling in Nkabo is at the body of Nkabo. An informant in that community is working with the bandits to tell them that the people who run away are back to come and harvest their farm produce. Nigeria. If your kinsman does not kill you, you will live long in this life. It's an informant that is doing this thing to these people. Unfortunately, they attacked them when they had a return to the village. The other villagers were able to run when they heard the bandits were coming. But the pregnant woman could not run because of her condition and situation. She was raped, but she didn't die. She is still alive. She was taken to a hospital in Zumba town and is currently at the IDP camp in Zumba. Also confirming the attack, coordinator of Arena Axis, Shiroro Youth Development Forum, Mohammed Tukuru, said the gunmen attacked many areas in Shiroro local government and had to move to Pandagori area of the state. The report is true, though there are many attacks from these areas in Chukuba and in villages around. And we learned that the bandits are currently in Pandagori now. Then the security operatives are nowhere to be found. Tomorrow they will come out on national TV and tell you that they have defeated all the bandits in the state, and both in the state, in local and the federal level. Look at what is happening. In this festive period, if these people have not attacked, they have attacked more than 100 and something times in different communities, northwest, north south, northeast, north central, and the rest of them is attack. And the security operatives, maybe all of them have gone for Christmas celebration and leave the poor masses at their own. They are on their own. OYO. Whatever you see, you take. That's exactly what I'm saying. Wike, if he wins, we will return to square one. Report emerges on why G5 governors are scared of Peter Obi. According to the reports, the G5 governors are torn between declaring support for the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress (APC) Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and that of the Labour Party Peter Obi. So they don't have divided house now. I hope this divided house will not turn them to against each other. A source told Vanguard that while one of the governors is making a case for Obi, others argue that he lacks the support base to cover the Tennessee state and the Abuja, according to them. The source stated that The G5 are worried that Obi might find it difficult to pass legislation because he won't enjoy support from the majority of the National Assembly, which is true, which is absolutely true. You people are right. They however, insisted that Tinubu, on the other hand, has a stronger influence over the National Assembly, considering that he is contesting on the ruling party platform. According to the source, those in this camp argue that should he emerge victorious, we will be returning to square one because he will not enjoy the majority in the National Assembly and thus will find it difficult to pass legislation required for him to make the reforms he has been conversing. On the other hand, those among them making a case for Asiwaju are of the view that the party, being the ruling party, has the requisite spread. They also allude to the fact that the candidate so far appears to recognize the disaster the APC represents at the center and had concentrated on using success recorded in Lagos as an example of what he intends to do when he gets into office would endear him to Nigerians. The source further said, politics is all about negotiations. They are still talking. One thing they agree on is their determination to ensure that the next president emerges from the southern Nigeria. So that is all you need to know about the fear of the five governors, of the G5 governors, who are not supporting their presidential candidates of PDP. Rather, they choose to support either P2B or the APC presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Outrage at bandits kill 4, kidnap over 100 farmers in Niger State. At least 4 farmers have been killed and over 100 others, including women and children, have been abducted by the bandits in Niger State. Okute News gathered that those killed during an invasion in Meshego local government area were a traditional ruler, 2 vigilantes, and 1 civilian, while the farmers were kidnapped from 14 communities in both Meshego and the Rafi local government council in the last 3 weeks. According to Daily Trust, that more than half of the victims were kidnapped while harvesting their farm produce on their farms, forcing residents to flee to Ibi Town and other safer places in the local government. It was learned that 61 farmers were reportedly kidnapped in Gidigori, Pandogora, and the Durumi communities in Rafi and part of Shiroro local government area of the state. It was gathered that the bandits have demanded 5 million ransom for each of the abductees. 5 million naira ransom for each of the abductees. Out of how many? Out of 100. Please, times 5 million by 100 and tell me how much it is. 5 million naira by 100 people kidnapped. Chaii. Wow. Residents said while bandits have also imposed 3 million naira tax on each of the communities as a condition to stop kidnapping them and to allow them to harvest their farm produce. Only one of the communities had been able to pay. The bandits are said to be also stealing food they already harvested. It's alright. Speaking with the Daily Trust, some residents said rural communities in Mashega, Marega, Kotangura, Rafia, and Shiroro were still not as safe as widely publicized in some sections of the media. No one is safe and nobody is safe. So let us forget about all this politics they are playing on the national TV and the newspapers with people's lives and property. One of them, Mohammed Sanusi, told Daily Trust that one of the villagers he simply identified as Abubakar was shot dead after he was abducted alongside other villagers on Thursday. He said the victims were kidnapped when bandits attacked Molo and adjoining communities, during which the village head of Molo, Alhaji Usman Garba, was also killed. He said attackers have been going on for the past 3 weeks in villages in Mashigu local government area. Right now, over 50 people are in the hands of the bandits. One vigilante was killed in Toshon Rami on Sunday. He was kidnapped alongside other people in Mulo and other communities on Thursday, and he was shot dead by the bandits. Another vigilante was also killed on his farm in Toshonrami recently. They met him harvesting his crops on his farm and they killed him with a cutlass. Imagine a painful death. Right now, we cannot harvest our crops. Maize, guinea corn, beans, and soya beans are getting spoiled on the farms. Nigeria, which way forward? It pains my heart reading this news. But people out there also need to know about all this news, all this thing that is happening in our society. The poor ones have been on the verge of suffering all these things every now and then. But the rich ones don't even care. If they care, they would have do something about all this insecurity. But they don't care. Another resident, Abdurrahman Inowa, told Daily Trust that residents of the Fege and Mulo have all fled their homes after bandits asked each community to pay 3 million naira tax. He said they asked villages to pay 3 million tax each. It is Nasarawa Mulo that has been able to pay the tax imposed on the communities. One of the three people abducted in Mulo was released, and he was asked to go back home and look for money to secure the release of the remaining people. On Sunday, another boy was abducted in Fage village, but he was released when he told them that he was from Nasarawa Mulo, that he had paid their tax. So they released him, saying that residents of Nasarawa Mulo have settled them, according to them. Nobody goes to harvest his crops now. We will go and get kidnapped. You are not with your farm produce and you get kidnapped again. Where do you get money to pay the ransom? What we are left with now is prayers. The situation has not improved in our area. How will it improve when we don't have conventional security in our area? Up till now, 4 village heads are in their captivity. It is only the police in Mashigu that do go on patrol, and they are not more than 10 in number, with only 1 vehicle, and the vehicle is not even in good condition. Well, I know they finish. I called for the quick intervention of the state and federal government to enable them to harvest their crops. Police report. According to the police public relations officer in Niger State, DSP Wasiu Abiodun, efforts were ongoing to rescue the abducted people. Abiodun said any further development will be made known to the public. The police command is making efforts in collaboration with other security agencies to rescue the abducted victims. However, tactical teams have been deployed in the area to foster recurrence, he said. Niger government speaks. Also speaking in the Niger State Commissioner for Internal Revenue and Humanitarian Affairs, Emmanuel Omar, said the state government police did not support payments of ransom of any form of tax and urged citizens to reject such from bandits. God will punish you. Let me not use this word, but I must use it. With all due respect, Ugu will kill you. Let them not pay any taxes. Their farm products are there spoiling. Nobody is even there care. Look at what they said. That's only one time that the police will come there to patrol with 10 people in 1 vehicle, and the vehicle is not even in good condition. What is the effort of this Niger State government on this issue that have been going? They say for several weeks it has been from one attack to the other, abduction and killing. And all you can tell them that they cannot pay anything to the tax, that they don't support the payment of the tax. Whereas the government have already left these people to their fate, and you are there making, because you have security officer that is guiding you and your family. Why can't you make some silly statement? Stupid set of people everywhere. For those that are in captivity, Omar said the state government was on top of the situation and was working closely with security agencies to rescue the victims and ensure that bandits were chased out of the state. Chased out to where? Eliminate them. Chased out to where? Where are you chasing them out to? To go and another place to be perpetuating all this nonsense again, right? Buhari under pressure by Maman Daura El-Rufai top emirs to stop CBN Governor Emefiele's arrest by DSS. Reports emerges. Reverend monarchs and top political bigwigs are reportedly mounting pressure on President Muhammadu Buhari to prevent the operatives of the Department of State Service (DSS) from arresting the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Reports obtained by Okute News on Thursday claim that the president's nephew, Maman Daura, and the governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, are among influential individuals urging the Nigerian leader to help the Apex Bank's governor evade scrutiny by the secret police. We have to get to the root of this matter. The stamp duty, what have you people done on it? I'm very, very sure that these two people mentioned now, they are among the people who perpetrated this scam of a stamp duty. That is why you people are blocking the arrest of this man, right? So that you will not open all of Ranyash. Don't worry, it go happen. It will happen very soon. Source who confided in the Okute Daily Talk told the news platform that the Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayaro, Emir of Bichi, Nasiri Ado Bayaro, whose daughter is married to Yusuf, the only son of the president, and some other first-class monarchs are working tirelessly to be able to convince the president and the DSS to back out of their drive to arrest and persecute Emefiele. Why? It is our own. That is the problem here now. It is our own. Don't allow our own to spoil. And Nigeria keeps spoiling day by day. Why are they stopping the arrest? Is Emefiele above the nation? Is Emefiele above those people that have been arrested and detained? If they want to arrest him and he is innocent, they will arrest him. After the investigation, they will free him. I don't understand what is happening here. Hey, Nigeria. This country is no more. Mama Daura, Emir of Kano, Emir of Bichi, and many of the kings are working round the clock to see how they can convince the president and the DHS and the DG SSS to back out of their drive to try him. Governor Nasir El-Rufai and many other governors that benefited from the usual loan from the CBN are also working round the clock to stop his arrest. One of the sources told the reports they benefited from the loan. CBN is giving Nigeria loan from their own money, from the money they siphon from a stamp duty, and you have benefited from it. Not that you benefited from it, you are among people who perpetrated the act, and that is why you don't want them to open your nyash. We know about all these things. No one is a kid here. Nasir El-Rufai, no one is a kid here. In every crime perpetrated in Nigeria, they must call your name, Nasir El-Rufai. In every crime perpetrated in Nigeria, especially in the federal level, your name must be involved. A criminal like you. One of the sources close to Emefiele said the Apex Bank governor has been living in fear since his reported return to Nigeria last Wednesday from the United States. There were speculations earlier that Emefiele's secretary returned to Nigeria and was hiding in Abuja. Okute News understand. Emefiele is in Abuja. He arrived from the US on Wednesday. Okute News report had quoted a source earlier saying, and Okute News understand that there have been a series of controversies since the DSS obtained an order to arrest Emefiele on site. Two DSS officials familiar with Emefiele's matter had confirmed that the Domestic Intelligence Office of the Secret Police had deployed several officers to monitor the CBN headquarters, Emefiele's family residence in Lagos, and the Abuja home of businessman Christopher Emefiele, all related by blood. DSS had earlier accused Emefiele of aiding and abetting acts of terrorism. The security agency said the CBN governor was allegedly involved in the funding of international and local terrorism. It might be true, because the man have the money. He said a preliminary investigation revealed various acts of terrorism financing, fraudulent activities perpetrated by Emefiele, and his involvement in economic crimes of national security dimension. A federal high court in Abuja, however, refused to issue an arrest warrant to the secret police to arrest the Apex Bank governor. On Wednesday, despite his secret arrival, the CBN governor said Emefiele will not appear before the House of Representatives on Thursday as scheduled. In a letter addressed to the House and read by the Speaker, Femi Gbadagbiamila, during plenary, and the Apex Bank said the governor was not yet back in the country because he was attending to an official engagement and health challenges abroad. It had come to health challenges. Hey, Martin Nnamdi Kanu was there in the health challenges in the DSS shouting, "Give me, not to release me, just give access to my physicians. Let them come and visit me and know what is wrong with me." They refused. Emefiele has refused to return to Nigeria, claiming heart ailment. Okay, he was supposed to return to Nigeria yesterday after traveling with Buhari to the U.S. Africa Leadership Summit in Washington D.C. A source had told reporters. He ought to have returned yesterday, but told CBN board he will return today. We learned that his people loyal to him at the DSS advised him not to come yet because he may be arrested. You see him? Even inside DSS, he still have informants. Upon arrival later, he might go on leave until things die down or he resigns under pressure, it added. Whether you resign or you no resign, you must come out to tell us what happened to 89 trillion naira of stamp duty. They just want to use terrorism and the rest of them to get you involved, then the main case will open. We know about all this thing. Breaking. Governor Ayade partly stopped Calabar Carnival as vehicle accident claim lives. Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade has ordered the discontinuation of a segment of the ongoing Calabar Carnival following a tragic incident that claimed the lives of attendees. Reports had emerged earlier that over 20 people got injured and many killed when a driver of a vehicle lost control of his wheel and plunged into the crowd. God have mercy. In a swift press statement signed by his media advisor and chief press secretary, Barrister Christiana Eta, Governor Ayade ordered an immediate investigation into the incident and directed that the event be brought to an abrupt stop at a section. While sympathizing with the victims of the accident and their families, the governor has ordered an immediate investigation to unravel how the motorist was able to get through security barricades, yes, to have access to the roads, which were closed to the public. It noted in the statement made available to newsmen on Tuesday evening. More details shortly. All these things is politics. Then people keep playing with people's lives and property. You cannot tell me that vehicle, and I'm very, very sure that those areas have barricades. How did the vehicle get into there? To the extent of losing control. I mean, is it in a high speed? Is it in a high speed in a place that, which I know that your movement have to be on a gradual process. Now you have to barricade, go beyond the barricades of the security and plunge into crowd, injuring people and killing many. That is politics for you. Somebody is trying to rubbish this man's reputation, whether he have any. He does not try to rubbish his reputation if he have any. Because this is politically motivated, and I can tell you without no atom of regret, it is politically motivated. Peter Obi's new campaign DG, Osun Tokun, brilliant, courageous, and tough, Fani Kayode admits. A former Minister of Aviation and member of ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) Presidential Campaign Council (PCC), Fani Kayode has held the appointment of Akin Osun Tokun as the new Director General of Labour Party's presidential campaign. Okute News had earlier reported that the Labour Party on Tuesday announced the appointment of Osun Tokun, a former political advisor to former President Olusegun Obasanjo, as the new Director General of his presidential campaign. The party's national chairman, Julius Abure, who announced Osun Tokun's appointment, has said the decision was reached after wide consultations with the party stakeholders across the board. Okute News gathered that Osun Tokun is the choice of the party to replace Doyin Okugbe, who resigned on his own accord after he was sentenced to jail by Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu of the Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday, on December 19 of 2022, for violating the Money Laundering Act of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Reacting to Osun Tokun's appointment in a post on his Twitter page, Fani Kayode said the new campaign DG, who he described as his brother, had joined the losing side. Okay. He stated, "Congrats to my brother, Bashorun Akin Osun Tokun, on his appointment as DG of the Obidati PCC. I respect Akin, and we have fought many battles shoulder to shoulder against our common foes for over 30 years. He has joined the losing side, but he will be a formidable adversary. Look forward to joining issues, crossing swords, and meeting my brother in the field of battle. Peter the Pooh and the Dirty, the Daft, have absolutely no chance of winning this election, even with a tough and courageous soul and brilliant man like Akin leading their campaign council. Umahi suspended strips him of all state honors. What could happen or what could trigger the action? We don't know. Let's find out. The Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi has directed that one of his heirs be suspended over what he described as gross misconduct. Okuteni report that one of the Umahi special assistants identified as Collins Eze was given an indefinite immediate suspension on Tuesday by the governor. The information was contained in a statement issued by the secretary to the state government, Obala Kenneth Igwe in Abakaliki. Eze was also stripped of all the state honors recently conferred on him. Igwe submitted that Governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, has ordered the immediate indefinite suspension of the special assistant to the governor on ES, STS, and TAS affairs, Mr. Collins Eze, from office for acts of gross misconduct. As directed consequences of this indefinite suspension, His Excellency the Governor has, in the exercise of his power, as enshrined in the State Honors Law 2022, approved the cancellation and withdrawal of the honors award recently given to Mr. Eze by the state government. The governor also directed Eze to hand over all government property in his possession to the secretary to the state government and coordinating commissioner before the close of work on Wednesday, 28 December 2022. However, Okute News understand that in a rather swift reaction about the suspension, Eze said it was a minor issue between him and the governor and it will soon be resolved. The embattled head was optimistic that the suspension will be called off as soon as possible, according to the guy. Don't Atiku, end your political career. Dino Malaya wants Wike, Autumn, Makinde, and others. The same Atiku who walk off from them and jump to APC and give us Buhari. After 3 years of giving us Buhari, he jumped back to PDP, and that is when you are saying, right? Anyway, it is not your fault. It is just small alert you received. The spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party PDP Presidential Campaign Council, Senator Dino Malaye, has warned the 5 aggrieved governors about the fate that will wait them should they dump Atiku Abubakar for an opposition candidate. The G5 governors who have resolved not to back the presidential candidate of their party, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, are currently out of the country to meet and decide who to support between Bola Ahmed Tinubu of All Progressive Congress (APC) and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. The G5 governor comprised of governors Nyesom Wike, Rivers, Makinde Oyo, Okezie Ikpeazu Abia, Samuel Ortom Benue, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State, and some political heavyweights from the south, known as the Integrity Group, joined them. Speaking to the Punch, Dino Malaye warned that the political careers of the 5 aggrieved governors and their allies will come to an end should they ditch the candidate of their party. They have already ditched him long ago. So this one is medicine after death. They are just crying, cry baby, that they have taken biscuit from. He stated no blackmail, hate, or outrageous envy will stop Atiku. I pray it is not true. G5 governors immediate endorsement of their preferred candidates. Attacking Atiku will cost them their political future. You don't fight a man who has done nothing to provoke you. Atiku's only offense is that he won a presidential primary transparently and openly. No man should play God. Then give the South national chairman. Is that not what they're asking? Did they ask Atiku to relinquish his ticket as he did to good Lord Jonathan? They never say so, and they can never say so. All of them quietly admitted that he won the primaries. Okay, but what about the promises they made before the primaries? Most especially the one that Ayu said, if the presidential candidate come from the north, that he will step down for a southerner to be the chairman of the party. So now you people are running a party that consists of only the north have the highest number in the main important important offices in the party. The former lawmaker said it is too late to stop Atiku. They should have a rethink why they can. Atiku will be president because the people have decided. My advice to the G5 is don't end your political career because of an inordinate ambition and a capricious manifestation that will yield no result. If they take that step, it will be the last kick of a dying horse. Okay now. Buhari's 12 million northern votes. Also speaking on the development, Daniel Bwala, another spokesperson of the PDP campaign council, claimed that Atiku has taken over President Muhammadu Buhari's 12 million northern votes. If they allow you to talk now. He said, when you add Atiku's 8 million plus votes to the 12 million Buhari usually gain every election before 2015, Atiku is already coming to the election with 20 million votes. Inokwa, on why the election is Atiku's to lose. But I said, haven't you seen that the PDP was the first to inaugurate a campaign council? Okay, the first to commence campaign. Okay, the leading party in terms of coverage and impact, and we are presently closing in all the zones. We are with you. Have you not been reading the wide acceptance of Atiku across board? Look, no one can kill an idea whose time has come. No one need. I remind you that the bimodal voter accreditation system for the election is an election of the people over the big man or big men. Have you not seen that in all Progressive Congress rallies in Niger, Kaduna, and elsewhere, that when they chanted Nigeria, the crowd replied, "Say Atiku," or is it Obi? Is it Peter Obi, whose Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Rivers, and Lagos rallies put together is not up to a half of our PDP? Katsina rally, where the president of APC parties come from and can win this election, according to you. So, my great people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, this is where we're going to come to the end of this very broadcast. In case you have not forgotten, who is on the line, it is me, Okute Daily Talk, bringing to you this very early morning broadcast, being the Wednesday, the 28th day of December in the year 2022. If you have not subscribed to my channel, endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Turn on the notification button so that you will be the first to be notified each time we go live or we post something new on this channel or any other channel that is related to Okute Daily Talk. Have a nice day, and may the Almighty Chukwuka may bless the works of your hand, guide and protect you in all your ways, in all you do to make a living. Have a nice day. I am signing out. Bye for now. And may the Almighty God, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, bless every work of our hand. Amen.